Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking about why people quit their jobs. Now, some people might think that they are spoiled, they are entitled, or they are ungrateful. And in some cases that might be true. If you're making a living wage and you're not happy with making a living wage, yeah, that could be ungrateful. But you know what? We're all entitled to our own mental health and our own way of life and our own dreams. And working for someone takes away your dreams. That is a huge, huge sacrifice to be made. Now, could you imagine? Well, millions of people, billions have done it. Could you imagine you tell someone, look, how much money can I give you so that you would not have any more dreams? Like you would have no more hope or dreams. You just work for me and you work for my dreams and I'll give you some money. How much would you want for that? And sadly the answer is minimum wage. People will give up their dreams for minimum wage. Sadly. That's the truth right there. People have been giving up their dreams for minimum wage. Now, this is a problem because some people are working so that they can make their dreams come true, which they don't realize that once you start working, you gave up your dreams. But a wage or a paycheck gives you the illusion that you will be able to make your dreams come true, when in reality, you will not even have enough to live. So, is a person spoiled, entitled, ungrateful for quitting their job? It all depends on the person, really. If they're spoiled, they're spoiled. We are spoiled because we have so much abundance that previous generations did not have. Like, not not the generations that passed us, like the two or three generations that passed us, but people that were living in the early 1900s. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have vehicles for everyone. Not everybody could have a vehicle, automobile. And they didn't have microwaves. They didn't have fast food. They didn't have a lot of the crap we have today. A lot of luxury. In the 1830s, you cannot go to your local Chick-fil-A and get yourself one of those chicken sandwiches, let alone oil or chicken or bread. Right now, we are kind of spoiled. That's something that we need to understand. Society as a whole, right now, because of technology and because of the advancements in things and science and business and in capitalism, we have become spoiled. So, we're going to have a spoiled mindset. So that's a given. But we never lived without that stuff. So to say we are completely spoiled because of our own will, or our own will, or whatever you like to call it, is wrong, because we never lived without that stuff. It's like you give a child that grows up with a phone. When they grow up and they don't have a phone, they're gonna feel bad because they've always had a phone. Now, a person born in the 1830s never had a phone, so they're never going to feel the pain of not having a phone. I'm pretty sure in a thousand years they're going to have this crazy technology where you could probably transport to places in a second, maybe by a really fast train or something. Maybe they figured it out. Well, I'm not spoiled. I'm not. I don't feel the effects of. I don't feel the loss of that because I don't have it. So I'm fine driving everywhere, even though like some people don't like to sit in traffic. Um, we're fine with driving and taking the trains and the buses right now because that's all we have. So why are people quitting their jobs? Lots of reasons. I think, yeah, we're spoiled, but you have to keep up with the times. People will never be completely satisfied, and you have to meet their expectations or you have to cater to them, or else there's going to be problems with society as a whole. If you have a spoiled brat and you don't give them their toy, what do? They get loud and they start to scream and they start to tantrum. It's a natural reaction. It is an actual natural reaction. You just need to study human behavior. So, when people are working hard and they're not getting uh, anything out of it, yeah, they're making money and all that stuff, but they're sacrificing all their time and energy, and all their energy is going towards working and mental energy, mental focus, their eyes, their joints, their brains, their intelligence, all that crap is going to a company. Company could take a lot from a person, a lot. I'm pretty sure there's screenwriters that hire a bunch of writers, a bunch of people that don't know crap. They want to be writers. They say, all right, we need 100 aspiring writers. They put them in a room and they say, listen, guys, you guys are all here to intern to be writers. So let's start spitballing and let's see what kind of stories you can think of. And people automatically volunteer their ideas and their creativity for free, just for a chance to be part of a legit screenwriter. That's how companies trick people out of their creativity and their intelligence. You could either bribe a person with a paycheck, you could give them just enough to get by. It's a real sinister thing when you think about it. So people are more woke now with social media, which woke means awake, awoken, awake. They're not sleeping anymore. They are noticing. They are paying attention and they have platforms to talk about it. So information is just getting shot at us by algorithms and everything like that. So most people for a long time knew that these wages were crap and that work culture has to change and that we don't have to work. We really do not have to work that hard to have it all. We could share. Look at all this junk I have in back of me. I own all that stuff. I got most of it for free because I like to bargain. I like to look for bargains and steals. But I don't use it. I don't use that teapot. I don't use that candle. I don't use that oven. I don't use that painting right there. I don't use a vase. Well, I use a vase a little bit. people could borrow it. And if they had stuff that I can borrow, I'd borrow that too. And guess what? If I let someone borrow that teapot and they use it, and maybe that clock right there, they they decorate their house with it. I let them borrow it for free. They don't go to the store and buy it for $40 and then pay taxes on it, which is like $4. So that's you don't need currency, you don't need money. If we just shared, but capitalism has us divided, and greed is the main culprit. Because one person's going to say, "Yeah, I agree, let's share," and then one greedy person is going to steal all the teapots, and then everybody's going to be like, "Hey, this guy took all the teapots." And then it goes back to capitalism. Every man for themselves. So even with sharing, there has to be regulations and laws. Sadly, because you cannot have any system without rules. Sadly, because people just don't harmonically do good without rules. Sadly. So there's always going to be rules because of those wild people. But yeah, this was kind of a rant, but nevertheless, it's something to think about.